What's going on, guys? Pepperbelly here, and I got for you some Blacklight Retribution gameplay. Why? Because why the fuck not? You know, because Blacklight's cool. It's pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure you guys, most of you from the past that subscribed to me before the new wave of guys came in, know that I play a lot of Blacklight. Tango Down was my pride and joy. Retribution was my second in pride and joy. I don't really know what you would call that, but it's not really, like, as amazing as Tango Down was to me back in the day. It's still a good game, but doesn't quite match up to what, you know, I traditionally loved about Tango Down. So, I am not really recording any Chivalry for the next couple of days, and I won't be for a little while, actually, just because, well, I've played so much Chivalry, I needed a new game to play. Like, I was really just like, okay, there's gotta be some other game out there I can play. This is getting a little bit ridiculous. Like, I've been playing, I have 82 hours in Chivalry already, and the game's not even released. It releases in 3 days. So I figured I might as well record another game, play something else. I had to get away from Chivalry for a little bit because it was getting a little bit ridiculous, like I said. So I purchased myself Chronicles of Riddick. Started playing that again, which I originally played it on the... Actually, I played it on every console it came out on. I played it on the Xbox. I played it on the Xbox 360 when it came out with Assault on Dark Athena. Riddick is one of my all-time favorite games ever. Like, I couldn't get over how perfect the combat and, like, the melee and just the story and the way everything played out was just, it was really, really epic. It was probably one of the best games ever made, in my opinion. And I just love it a lot. Like, out of all the movies that came out and games that are based off of movies, usually games that are based off of movies are really, really shitty. This is one of the very rare cases where the game is actually better than the movie. Like, I remember always hearing about Butcher Bay and watching, like, Pitch Black and then hearing, you know, all this other shit from Chronicles of Riddick, just a movie. And then when they came out with Escape from Butcher Bay, you actually play, it's pretty much a prequel to everything that happens in the movies, which is kind of cool. So you get to see the entire story unfold. And it's really, really neat the way they did that, because it was pretty fun and a pretty epic a journey to go on. I watched, like, the movies way back when I was really, really young. Fucking loved them. And then when I found out about Chronicles of Riddick in 2004, I was like, okay, I gotta play the game. Like, this seems amazing. And then, of course, it is. And then Assault on Dark Athena came out, and that was a good game, too. So, that's that. So, of course, obviously, I was playing some of that. Someone actually messaged me on my channel telling me about this game called Primal Carnage. I think his name is Emil Dinosaur or something along the lines of that. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're probably watching the video, and I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. But he told me about Primal Carnage, and I was like, well, this sounds interesting. I looked it up on their forums. He sent me the link to their website, and I basically signed up for the beta, and I'm hoping they can maybe get a key, because then I can start playing some of that. Show you guys some Primal Carnage. And after watching some videos online of it, I'm going to tell you, it looks retardedly awesome. It looks like such a fun time. Holy shit, I can't wait to play that game. Like, fucking humans versus dinosaurs. Come on, like, that looks, come on, like, that looks freaking amazing, you know what I mean? Like, ugh, fucking, holy shit. Especially when they were showing, I was watching one video and it actually shows the guy sitting in a forest. Well, forest, like a jungle. And he's, like, kind of just crouching in the, you know, in the fucking foliage. And he just sees movement in, like, the way the actual foliage bounces and, like, interacts with your character. So there's actually physics in the foliage, kind of like what Crysis did and all that stuff. Like, what games tend to do when they want to have really good graphics is they have foliage actually interact with the player. So the player walks through it and the foliage responds pretty realistically, actually. And it just showed that. And then you see a whole bunch of movement, and it's just all these raptors running around him, and he's trying to, like, pick them off, and it looks scary as shit. Like, I mean, playing as a human is going to be, like, people are going to be screaming like little girls all the time, because that looks, like, especially when you see a T-Rex breaking through the trees coming at you, like, my god, it looks fucking scary as balls, and I really can't wait to play it. So as you can tell, there's actually a variety of games I'm looking forward to playing. A variety of them I'm planning on actually putting on my channel, because obviously there are some games that just I can't put on my channel, like, not because I don't want to, just because it's content related stuff that I don't really think that you guys will enjoy, and it's not really worth my time investing putting out certain games that I can't really do commentaries for. Like, I mean, I really want to do some Dishonored, because Dishonored looks fantastic, but I mean, if I were to do that, I would have to do an entire playthrough, and that's the only way I can really see myself doing single-player games, or anything of the sort, is just to do an entire playthrough from beginning to end of the entire game. But, in my opinion, it takes a long time to do that. You gotta put a lot of dedication to that, to actually record from the very, very beginning all the way to the end. And also, it also relates to actual audience, the viewer interest. Like, if you guys actually want to see it too. Like, I mean, if I released that much content, would you actually watch it? You know what I mean? Like, that's where it kind of comes into play too, is that I'm not going to put out content, investing a lot of time into something that eventually you guys just don't really want to watch because it's long and tedious, or, you know. So I have to be very careful with the content I release and the games I play. Of course, there's a lot of games I'm going to play on the side that I don't show. Riddick is like one of them. I'm not going to do it. I might do a playthrough for Riddick. It really depends on general interest, because that game is probably one of the coolest games I've ever played. It's kind of like a mix of like Shawshank Redemption, as in like escaping from a massive prison, but it's also like on a bigger scale and more epic than ever, because, I mean, this prison's on like Mars or some shit. It's a massive facility, and it's like in the middle on this planet that has no other habitation other than that. Like that planet, Butcher Bay was specifically designed to house them there. Like, that was it. So there's no way that they can escape. Yeah, they can run out into the desert and then dive, and that's it. Like, there's no possible way of escaping, which is what makes Riddick one of the greatest games ever, in my opinion, because you actually do manage to escape. And since Riddick is a complete fucking badass, he does so, and the voice acting is fucking phenomenal and stuff like that. So there's a lot of variety of stuff and games that I really want to show, but I gotta do it smartly. I can't just start throwing videos out there and just doing all kinds of shit, because I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste my time. I don't like making content that people are gonna watch and be like, well, this was just garbage. Like, I really do not want to. I hated this. I want this 5 or 10 or 20 minutes back of my life because I just watched a video that was subpar and it wasn't good enough. Like, to me, I want absolute perfection. I have to release good videos, entertaining or informative. Generally just entertaining, and hopefully you guys like actually enjoy watching them and think it's worth investing your time to watch them, because I don't want to strap you guys down with shitty videos. That's just the way I look at it. I really hate doing that. So I'm going to try to just release content that is strictly good. So I got to be very careful. You guys can throw ideas at me too. I'm not in this all alone. You guys are the audience, and I appreciate your support and you guys actually watching my videos and all that stuff. So you guys generally have an input on what you want to see. So you guys can actually give me ideas. I'm not necessarily going to be like, you guys throw an idea at me and I'm for sure going to do it. So, you know, I can't be like that either. I gotta, because it is technically my channel, right? But I mean, you guys are the viewers, so you can throw ideas at me and I will probably, whichever one I find is actually good or whichever one gets more attention, I will definitely jump on it and I will see what I can do for that. So you guys can go in the comment section below, just start leaving ideas that you have, games you think I should get a hold of, start playing, because I really don't. I thought of doing like Sleeping Dogs and Ghost Recon Future Soldier as well, but those are also games that are just kind of like, are you going to watch them? You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. I just got to make sure that it'll actually please the viewers. You know what I mean? I can't just post any game up there and hope that it gets a good, you know, it gets a good response, because that's just not the way it works. You got to post something that people will actually like to enjoy. Thankfully, Chivalry was one of the things that really boosted my channel in that game. Well, because one, it's a fantastic looking game. It's really fun to watch. It's really fun to play. And it just generally was really, really good with the audience. Like, viewers generally like watching Chivalry. It's a very gruesome, very intense, very fun game to play. People tend to like that shit. So it really depends on the type of games I can play and what kind of content I can release. So, of course, I mentioned in the past, I'm working with a few friends of mine. We're planning on doing some crazy shit. In fact, it's actually too crazy that I don't want to mention anything, because I don't want to make all these promises and all this crazy shit and all of a sudden it doesn't happen, because the ideas that we have are pretty fucking massive. Like, they're on a huge, huge scale. Like, if I told you, you guys would be like, okay, this is crazy, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is ridiculous, you're not gonna pull this is never gonna happen or whatever. Like, but the ideas we have are pretty massive, and I'm planning to run away with them, run away from my friends with them and just use them to myself. No, but I mean, like, we have pretty good ideas of what we want to do. We're gonna start small, obviously, and gradually grow up, become adults in the quality biz, you know, because we're gonna start small, what we can do, and then slowly escalate and see how much better we can do it, and obviously gauge your guys' reaction, your guys' reaction, and see if you actually enjoyed the content. If not, then we kind of scrap it, because, you know, people make shitty videos here and there. It happens. Some people come up with ideas that they think will be good, and then turn out to be shit because no one tends to like it, so then they have to, you know, go back to the drawing board and try something else. So there's a lot of shit that's going to be happening within the next couple months, actually, and I'm hoping you guys stick around to see it unfold, and hopefully hopefully it all works out and I can make some, some great content for you guys to watch, and you'll be entertained, and that's kind of the general premises of everything. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, and check out my live stream, in which I will end up using when there's more activity. Take care, guys.